morning. So I'm driving to Dust Clip, and today's mission is paragliding cross country. Today is actually the official, the first time I'm doing my official attempt at cross country paragliding. I've done cross country before, where it was unplanned. You just take off and you're high and you go for it. But today is the very first time I'm trying to do it, intentionally trying to do so. I've also been flying mostly in student-friendly conditions, in weather conditions that were chosen by my instructor. And today is the first time I'm flying in weather conditions that are more or less chosen by other pilots. And also, of course, I do my own analysis, and I think it's good flying weather. But you find experienced senior pilots will be here today, and with the goal of cross-country flying. So yeah, enjoy and fly along with me. This is the ridge you're going to be flying to, and my goal for today is to fly to the other side, which you cannot see right now. It's in the horizon. So yeah, there, looking beautiful. All these cars belong to pilots. Some pilots are up there. They're waiting to take off. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna take off. This is my first real attempt at cross country. I see that pilot at the bottom there. They are very low, but look, they are rising. So that's a good sign. They are going up. And there's a pilot who's thermaling over there. So I think the conditions are really good. I'm going to wait a little bit and then I'll take off. This takeoff was kind of okay, but not great. The wind was raging and it was really difficult to take off. I had to wait for thermals to come down before I could take off. So normally I would like to take off at the beginning of cycles to up my chances of going up and take off. However, in this case, I actually took off at the end of cycles to take advantage of the calmness between cycles. So the plan here was that I would get some takeoffs as I leave the mountain. It was kind of a desperate plunge to take off. What's happening here is what my instructor would call ridge mentality. I'm busy stretching. It's a very thermic day, and the valley is predicted to have lots of thermals. There's no reason for me to waste time on the mountains. The wind is picked up. It's just too much risk. I'm even nervous to turn in the thermals around the mountain. I should take the high drive and just go straight to the flats. and you can see for the next few minutes I struggled on the ridge. Some of the thermals I was able to make use of them, but I wasn't really efficient anyway, even staying on the ridge. I can say I found real success when I went to the flats, because I was more comfortable there. There were more landing options, and I didn't have the fear of being thrown to the back of the mountain or to be smashed to the mountain. That's what I really should have done, but I wasted so much time and so much height thermaling here, and I wasn't thermaling efficiently anyway, as you will see. This demo actually took me like the beach. It was a good demo. It was nice. It was not violent. My weakness there was that once I go to the top of the ridge, I was not efficient there. My biggest weakness is during turns. When I'm doing my figures of 8, my figures of 8 are not the figures of 8. I turn away from the mountain, and by the time I turn to come back, often I'm out of the ridge lift. That was the problem there, and that's the challenge that I still need to fix. I think I have a few of mountains. Part of it is because mountains hurt. Part of it is because I think in my training, I was made to understand how risky mountains are. So I always carry that fear with me. And I can see when I compare my track logs to other people's track logs that probably what affected me was my positioning. I was in the outs of the ridge lift. This field is working. This field was really working a lot. I went there to land, but the thermals there were just working, so I ended up thermaling there, and I think this was actually the most beautiful part of my flight. I stayed there for longer than I expected, and I went back up, then I ended up landing on a different field. But if I had just been determined from the start to go to the flats, I think I would probably have even had a longer flight and longer thermals. Because I arrived low, but I was really enjoying this thermal. I was really enjoying this flat, and I don't have that fear of the mountain. So I think for next time, this is something I really should consider. If the flats are predicted to work, I'm just going to take for whatever altitude I have and go for the flats. I think from this moment, I was really enjoying my flight. I was thermaling well, I was looking for them. They were broken sometimes, but the wind is still there. But I enjoyed this thermals much more than I enjoyed stretching on the ridge. Thank you, Lord! The greatest flight of my time. Yeah, now I can kite. I can even kite my wing back, but I'm going against the wind, so I can just maybe do reverse. It wants to fly. It wants me to go forward and fly. Okay. This is the best flight I've ever had. I couldn't make it to Caduce. I don't know if I passed Caduce or not, but this is the best flight I've ever had. The reason for that is I was just alone, minding my own business. I don't know where the other pilots are. And I was just thermaling. I tried to stick to the mountain. Sometimes I was climbing, sometimes not. And then I just went to the flats and I was prepared to land. But I just found lift. And I kept on working it. You know, I was just working it with the attitude that whatever happens. And the truth is, what actually ended up happening is I came all the way from there. And I'm right here in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how to get home. I landed next to a dust road. So I guess cars will pass through here. This is the most satisfying flight I've ever had in terms of thermaling. For the first time, I was just thermaling. At one point, I was just 70 meters above the ground. You probably heard me praying, like, please, Lord, take me up the mountain. And whoop, a thermal came. I worked it. It wasn't a strong thermal. I worked it until I was up the mountain. Somewhere over there, I was even getting like 3+, but I was so scared of working those thermals because I felt they were too strong. So I chose to leave working thermals. And I'm so happy with how far I've gotten. This was definitely a successful day.